sir. What's happened?
Ruth answered the phone and asked why her boss was calling so early in the morning. Happy because this flight arrived on time. Not long after that, an announcement was made that the plane was about to land. Ross wore a seatbelt in accordance with the flight crew's instructions. He was preparing to set foot on the ground again after several hours in the air. When he got off the plane, Ross took off his sunglasses and slipped them into his jacket pocket. He looked around, but no one had picked him up yet.
Are they late picking me up?
Ross groaned. A moment later, Ross's secretary came over. The young man wearing glasses looked out of breath because he was quite far behind his superior. Earlier, the young secretary also boarded the plane with Ross, but he was in economy class. Said the man.
You're always slow at things.
Ross quipped. Said the secretary.
Are you sure there's a next time? Have you gotten what I wanted?
Ross glared at his secretary. One of his eyebrows was raised and he looked fierce. Said the bespectacled secretary nervously. Ross chuckled slightly as he looked away. Currently, he is annoyed with his secretary because he thinks the man's way of working is very slow and incompetent. It has been almost 2 months since he gave his secretary the task of finding out, but until now, the results have been to no avail.
I don't think you are suitable to work as my secretary,
said Ross. The secretary looked up and looked at Ross in surprise.
I'll fire you. Look for a job at another company. I'll give you a letter of recommendation so you don't stay unemployed for too long,
explained Ross. Instantly, the secretary's body went limp. He couldn't move or protest, even though he had been fired. He knew very well that his boss was the type of person who would never go back on his word.